I'm Jordy.
And I am Steven. Stevo? Steven.
Are you?
Maybe.
And this is Thorndale Theater Talk. This is a podcast where we're going to be talking about movies, TV shows, anything in the entertainment industry. Yeah, just any news going on. Yeah, straight like that.
All that fun jazz.
All that fun jazz. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella, on Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page, at Kibbles312 and at Steven Centrella.
Yeah.
And our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk, and our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk, to like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you want us to discuss about. And Steve always likes criticism.
Well, Christmas is coming up, so if you really want to make my Christmas wish come true.
Said this three straight. Say it.
All I want for Christmas is criticism.
Yeah.
It's beginning to look a lot like criticism. Criticism in the world. I'm out of ideas. All right, that's all I got.
That's okay. It's more than I had.
Yeah.
Considering I was quiet the entire time.
Yeah.
And yeah, remember, we also have 38 other episodes out right now on streaming services that you can listen to, like Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Breaker. There's other ones, but I mean, if you don't have Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Breaker, if you're an Android, I don't know. I don't know where else you would do it, but
you just go on Google, look us up.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve-O.
Yep.
All right, let's get to this week. So, Steve-O, your movie of the week. What was it? Tell me about it.
So my movie of the week was the Mary Poppins Returns.
How was it?
The sequel to Mary Poppins from 1964.
Oh, so was it a direct sequel?
Not a direct. Well, yes. So story essence, yes.
So
it takes 20 years after the original Mary Poppins. So like the two kids, Michael and I forget the other.
The other kid,
Jane.
Okay.
So they're adults now, and Michael has his own kids, and he's going through some times, and so Mary Poppins comes and helps them out.
How was it?
It's a good movie. It's a good family movie. Good music, yes. I have a new theory towards Mary Poppins. Before last week, I talked about how she's a drug dealer, and then they take a spoonful of sugar my ass, and they jump in painting.
Yeah.
I've come with
sugar your ass.
Spoonful of sugar my ass, like that's
no,
bullshit.
No, I get it, but like
it's bullshit. Like it's not a spoonful of sugar. Yeah, no, yeah, okay. Not a spoonful of sugar. A spoonful of LSD because they jump in paintings later and dance with some elephants.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I do that too.
Yeah, exactly. So, but in this one, I've come to a new theory. I've come to a theory that Mary Poppins is a witch. She is definitely of some type. She went to Hogwarts or something like that. And she is a nanny and uses magic to fuck with these little kids. So she's a mean witch. So I'm not saying she'd be like joining Voldemort's side, but I'm saying
she's kind of she's like a good person, but like that douchey person.
Yeah, she's a douchey witch. Yeah, she's a douchey witch.
Yeah, I got it.
So because she's using her powers for good. But then all these people, when they grow up, they forget all this magic ever happened. So clearly she's obliviating them, and clearly
what an asshole.
That's my point. That's my point.
If I want them to see magic, I don't want to forget that shit. That'd be awesome.
Because the kids she watched Michael and Jane, the kids she watched from the original, So they when she comes, they remember Mary Poppins. Like, oh my God, Mary Poppins, yeah. And they were talking about remember the stuff we did as kids? It's like, yeah, I know that actually happened. It's like, yeah, no, it was just our imaginations. It's like, you don't remember you jump into a goddamn painting? That's some lies right there. And they talk about in the movie how adults always forget, and it's like, do they though?
They forget.
They do, but I would remember if I jumped into a freaking painting. I'm sorry. That's something like that.
That's a monumental point in my life.
Exactly. And then
you were always growing up saying that shit can't happen, and then one day I just jump into a painting. I'm not fucking forgetting about that.
Exactly. So that's my point here. So yeah, I'm going with the theory that she's a witch. Yeah. So and then also Lin-Manuel Miranda, his character, he is so going on to my theory here. So he's the why am I blanking? on the people who are born into magic families but have no magic. What are they called?
Oh, Muggles.
No, not they're born into magic families but have no magic powers.
Born magic families and not a squid. Or
squid, yeah.
A squid or squid.
So Lin-Manuel Miranda, his character is a squib. Like, he knows about the magic and he'll never forget, but he has no abilities of his own. So he's a squib. Yeah, so this is my theory. Yeah. Mary Poppins is a witch from Hogwarts. So, but it was a great movie. So, yeah, a good family movie. The music was great.
That's the legit review. You had to go on your rant of why you think Mary Poppins is a cold-hearted bitch of a witch. So if you want to see a cold-hearted bitch of a witch, then see Mary Poppins.
Well, she's not cold-hearted. Like, she's nice, but like stern. But like she's like, you know, she's showing you all this magic stuff, but you're gonna forget all this magic stuff. So she's clearly like
manipulating.
Yeah, she's a douche. She's a douche. But yeah, so Emily Blunt, you know, brava. I loved it.
Nice.
So
nice.
Overall, yes, I say worth watching. Definitely watch. I think you should watch the original Mary Poppins before watching this.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Well, so that's what I watched the original before watching this, and I'm just like, yeah, wow, like the original is so good, and like this one, I think did it justice.
Oh wow.
Like, because I think it did a good. Like, don't get me wrong, the original is clearly better, but I think this one did well to introduce Mary Poppins to this new generation who probably don't know who Mary Poppins is. So I think, yeah, overall good movie. They did a good job. Music was great, etc. So check it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a very in-depth review. Good 15 seconds of the actual review and a good long 5 minutes of who she is as a person.
my theories and rants.
Yes, I loved it.
Yes. So what was your movie of the week?
I have a confession.
Oh.
I didn't watch.
I knew it. Oh, you're talking about something else. Sorry. Continue.
You fucking bitch. I did not watch the Lego Movie 2. I watched a different movie instead.
Sorry. It calls for a dramatic effect.
I saw a movie that I actually was waiting to see in the right time, The Lighthouse.
What do you mean the right time? Like with the moon strike?
I didn't.
You waiting for the full moon?
Let me explain myself.
Okay. I was waiting for the right time.
Now I'm embarrassed. So the reason it's just then when I saw the trailer and what it was just it seemed so out of left field and it's classified as a horror movie, which I guess, but it was just so left field. I needed to watch it with other people.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why I waited. The Lighthouse. It's with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. And I am not kidding. They are the only actors in it for at least 5/6 of the movie.
Okay.
There's other actors that are in it, but their cameos are so short. There's only 2 other people in it, and their cameos are so short. But it's about these 2 people at a lighthouse in taking care of it, and it just shows how their sanity becomes they become insane.
All right.
Mostly Robert Pattinson's character becomes absolutely insane. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
The acting, unreal. So good. Both of them. Willem Dafoe was phenomenal. He deserved to get nominated. And I did Robert Pattinson get nominated? I don't think he did. He should have.
He did have.
He was very good too. The movie itself. Okay. I compare it, I guess, to Midsummer, but not nearly as fucked up. It's fucked up, but it's not
Midsummer's fucked up. This is not as fucked up.
It's a poor man's Midsummer.
I got you.
That's how I compare it. It's very... Midsummer was also more cohesive than this. This one was also had artsy type of... some scene. It's hard to explain. You'd have to see it.
Right.
It's really good. The black and white was actually the right move to do in that movie, because some of the shots that if you see it works perfectly in the black and white. I'm never gonna see this movie again, but that's just because how weird it was. It had some weird concepts. I need to read more into it. It is good though. I would recommend it. I saw it on Amazon Prime. You have it if you have Prime.
I do have Prime. You have Prime?
I just said I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It's really good. I'd recommend it.
All right.
I do need to see the Lego Movie 2, but sadly that's not my movie of the week this week.
Right. Well, I'll check it out. Not the Lego Man Movie 2.
The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse. I'll check it out at some time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely different. The acting's amazing. They deserve to get nominated. But yeah.
All right.
It's. I know. I can't even explain what it was. It was just very different.
Okay.
But I liked it.
All right.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
What is your movie of the week?
So my movie of the week this week, it's a movie I've seen scenes of, but never actually watched as a full, cohesive movie altogether. I've seen like some of the scenes, but yeah. So yeah, Rocket Man came out in 2019. Has I can't say his name. Taron Egerton. Taron Egerton, and Richard Madden, and Jamie Bell. It's got a big cast behind it. It's about
Elton John.
It's about Elton John. It's like kind of it's about Elton John, but it's also like a musical. So it like breaks out into songs using like the Elton John songs. So that is my movie of the week. It is available on Hulu. It is also available just on Hulu. So, yeah. I'm going to be watching on Hulu. And yeah.
Hulu? Okay.
Yeah. So, it also got some good reviews behind it. 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.3 at IMDb, and Metacritic gives it a 70%. So,
nice.
I'm in for a
ride.
I'm in for a ride, as long as they're singing Tiny Dancer, I'm down,
Nice.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. I'll stop. Continue. So what's your movie of the week this week?
I really liked your singing. The movie of the week this week is Bombshell that you've actually seen.
Oh, yeah. You need to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's on
Amazon, so creepy.
Amazon Prime. Was it Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie, and... Don't say it. There's a third one.
There is a third one. You're right. There's a fourth one too.
Margot Robbie and Charlize Theron.
Yes.
And then from SNL, Kate McKinnon.
And there's one more. One of the main characters. Not main characters, but yeah, he's the main character. It's about him.
John Lithgow.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, I know. He's the creepy.
Yeah, he plays the Roger.
It's about Fox, right?
Yeah, how he was.
Yeah, he did those things.
Such a. But John Lithgow, his performance was so good. Well, he plays a fucking creep.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but like his performance was so good. Like
you were creeped out.
You were so creeped out. Like the whole I was like when I watched it, I was like, okay.
I like John Lithgow a lot.
Yeah,
he's a really good
he's
actor.
A great actor.
Yeah.
Like, and you'll be impressed with his performance as well because like. Yes, he plays a very good creep, but you're really you are genuinely creeped out. So if he's making you creeped out, he's doing a good job.
But all right.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's the movie of the week. All right, Steve-O.
You want to talk about some of the trailers that actually came out this week? Yeah.
So Marvel, which we'll get in the news, but Marvel and Disney, which are like the same, they went all out this week.
Well, yeah, so they announced a lot of what's coming, what's in store for us for the next couple years.
That'll get into our news.
Yeah, that will get in our news, so what's in the works, and then also released a bunch of new trailers and all of this fun stuff. So to add on to the Marvel Universe, the trailers for the 3 TV shows that are hitting Disney Plus, that's been in talks when Disney Plus came out, WandaVision, Winter Soldier, and Loki. So all 3 trailers came out, but WandaVision was the second trailer.
Yeah. So instead of doing it individually what our reactions were, what do you think was the best trailer?
Yeah, I was going to say, out of all of them, I really liked Loki the best.
I agree.
I think also just the Loki character is also just...
He's very complex and interesting.
So I think his as a show would be really good because of his complex character.
I think Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah.
I think he does a really well job.
Yeah, he does.
He's very good at it.
That's what I think. I think out of all these 3 shows, I think Loki would be the best one personally, just because the character himself is so interesting, so intriguing. Where I think it will make a good show. Yes,
and I think that going on to the Loki trailer, I loved the music that they had into it because it just had he's a mischief such an unpredictable character.
He's the god of mischief.
Yeah, and that whole music, you felt that. You're like, this is like gonna be really good, but they do it in like a very badass-ish kind of a way.
Yeah.
And I'm very intrigued with it. And Owen Wilson's in it.
I know, Owen Wilson. Out of nowhere. Love it.
Yeah, he's been in anything in a while. I love Owen Wilson. He's a great guy.
So
great guy. I know him.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like the Winter Soldier and the WandaVision, it looked good, but it's just I don't know. I'm thinking as a show, yes, Loki is clearly going to be the better one. I think.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
They all look pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about the WandaVision one, just I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I like the turn that they're going in with it. It's like a very creative.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say very creative, but it's definitely out of left field type of a show that could happen. So I'm very interested.
Right.
I'm interested in all of them.
We're interested. So you could check out those trailers. You could go on YouTube and look at them, or you could go on our Facebook page or Twitter page. We did post them on there, the links to them. So whatever's easier for you to check out these trailers. So
yeah,
definitely check them out. See what you think. You heard what we think, but find out what you think. You know, I'm not your boss. You do you.
Boo.
Boo boo.
All right. Let's get to the news, Steve-O.
All right, let's get to the news, everybody. We are going to get into the news for you. So we get all of our news from ScreenRant.com. You heard it right here, ScreenRant.com. So the first big piece of news that we have here for you today. So the next Star Wars movie releasing in 2023, and Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins will be behind the scenes and working. She'll be directing the next Star Wars movie, the one that's coming out in 2023. So
good.
Yeah,
I think I've taken a long enough break on the Star Wars. So by the way, I'm probably gonna start The Mandalorian and actually watch it.
Yeah, nice.
I needed a long break.
You're gonna rewatch season 1 as well, or?
I didn't see all of season 1. I only saw 3 episodes, I think.
So yeah, you have to rewatch season 1.
Yeah. So I'm like starting from scratch again and watching season 1, season 2. Because I'm trying to get back on the Star Wars grind because there's a lot that's just got announced.
They're just doing too much with Star Wars. I've always thought. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna watch. For me, I'm not gonna watch every single Star Wars one that comes out. It's always just the more appealing one. And to be honest with you, already off the bat, having had Patty Jenkins direct, like, I'm already interested.
I'm wondering, is
just
the one that she's directing, is this the one that that Taika Waititi was going to be writing for? Or
maybe. And do you know about the creators of Game of Thrones? Remember they were supposed to do
supposed to do a Star Wars.
But they were going to do a trilogy of their own, right?
Yeah, they were going to do their own trilogy.
That all got canceled.
Yeah, that got canceled. But I'm wondering if the one that Patty Jenkins is going to direct, if this is the one. It doesn't say in the article, but
I want to say either A, they don't know, or B, no. I want to say no.
I'm going to say no because they would have probably announced that.
Yeah.
They would have
I feel like Taika Waititi would probably want to have had like a directing. Like I feel like when you most of the time, not all the time, when you write your own stuff, you want to direct it if you have a specific
idea
route, and I feel like Taika is the type of person that would want to do that. But then again, like I have no idea. So.
But it'll be interesting if it is the one that Taika's writing because because she's a great director. Like you see it with Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 2 that's going to be coming out on Christmas Day.
I actually never saw Monster. She directed that with Charlize Theron when I'm pretty sure she did.
She did.
I'm like fairly confident. I'm going to look it up to double check, but I think she did.
Oh, interesting. But that's what it'd be like nice. Oh, it'd be nice to like join those powerhouses. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's like it. I've said this a lot, but one of my favorite movies ever is The Social Network. You have Sorkin writing and David Fincher directing. That powerhouse just is perfect.
Exactly, and for like something like a Star Wars, because Taika, who like
I was right.
He was right.
Yeah,
Taika, who like really redefined Thor, did a great job with that. So he clearly has the creative mind of things, and then Patty Jenkins, who just did an amazing job with directing Wonder Woman. So it's like
she has like her. She did very well with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she did.
It's just also it's not even just like, oh, this is like the first good, like that was the first good DC movie after they were just coming out with like, in my opinion, not the greatest interpretations of the comics.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Wonder Woman, it wasn't just good. I thought it was great.
It was great.
Very engaging and very entertaining. And then with the trailer the next one coming out, and it's 1984, you have that 80s feeling immediately in the movie, and it's a Wonder Woman movie, which makes it a cool kind of... I'm very also pumped just to see what she would do with Star Wars. Sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, like I said, Patty Jenkins is going to be directing the next Star Wars. So,
good stuff.
Let's get inside. Well, we got a couple of years. It won't be till 2023, but we got 3 years. But, you know.
2020 is almost over.
Almost over, thank God. Well, hopefully 2021 gets a little better.
I think it will.
But. As the TV show once said, step by step, day by day. It's a TV show, yep, step by step. All right. So next piece of news. Enchanted 2, starring Amy Adams, is confirmed for Disney+. So the original Enchanted, where I think came out in 2006? 2007, my bad.
Did you ever see that?
Yes.
It got good reviews.
No, yeah, it was a good movie.
Oh,
yeah,
I never thought.
But yeah, so they're doing a sequel to it that'll be on Disney+, and Amy Adams reprising her role. So, you know.
Big news.
Yeah, big news. Amy Adams is a big name actress, and she's reprising a role that, did very well. So, again, I'm not a big fan of sequels that are like 10 years apart.
Yeah, I know.
12 years apart. So, like
Toy Story was 10 years apart.
Yeah, but like this is like, we've run out of ideas, and just this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
They're just pulling out of the old bag of tricks.
Yeah.
So, yep. Next piece of news. So Marvel confirms Fantastic Four movie officially confirmed for the MCU, and the Spider-Man director will be directing it. His name was John Watts, right? Yeah.
You okay?
Yes.
Isn't John Watts also doing Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, I think so.
I can double check that too. I'm like fairly confident he is.
So John Watts, who directed Spider-Man: Homecoming
and Far From Home,
and Far From Home, he will be taking on the Fantastic Four and introducing it to the MCU. And
yeah, he is. He's directing the other Spider-Man too.
So yeah, I guess a good director to introduce Fantastic Four. Hopefully this goes well. But again, it also depends on casting and whatnot. But I guess I'm going with low expectation on this one, just because the Fantastic Four movies are just so.
I know.
Like, you know what? The first one wasn't bad. It did a good job introducing Fantastic Four.
A bit boring.
Yeah, a bit boring. I can agree, but it wasn't bad. It was watchable.
Mm-hmm.
Would I rewatch it if there was nothing else on TV and it was on TBS? Sure. But yeah, the Silver Surfer was awful. And then the remake, what they tried to do, was really bad. So hopefully this is the first time Fantastic Four will do well.
Hopefully. One can hope.
And speaking of Marvel news, they are coming out with a I Am Groot Guardians of the Galaxy spin-off TV show coming to Disney+. So along with the returning for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they announced that they will be working on a spin-off TV series, I Am Groot. Good luck with that. He says 3 words. I am Groot. How do you make a TV show out of that? I don't know.
We'll see.
If it's literally 30 minutes and 12 episodes of him saying I am Groot.
I would love if there's other Groots out there and they just say the same thing and there's just multiple scenes of them saying I am Groot back to each other. I think that would be great.
They better have some translation on the captions being I am Groot, and this is long ass so
I am Groot, and it says I was just all the way, and it was like a paragraph.
Yeah, a long paragraph
it's
of
a monologue.
Yeah, so it's just all right, we gotta pause because we gotta read all this.
That'd be fun.
They're really getting kids to read more. I love it.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if that's how it went down. But yeah, so I Am Groot spin-off TV series will be going to Disney+. Fun jazz. All right, and other news, Pixar announces 3 new TV shows, including a movie spin-off. So some of these spin-offs, TV shows that they're doing, the dog from Up is getting his own spin-off TV series. The car from Cars, the movie, the McQueen, is getting his own spin-off TV series about him going on a cross-country road trip. See what else. They are also just a movie that they're doing. They talked about, and yeah. So yeah,
things are moving in for Pixar. So
yeah, so Pixar is, working on some TV shows now. This is actually I find interesting. Them doing TV shows.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, again, I would prefer original ideas.
I agree.
I agree. Like, don't get me wrong, the dog from Up is pretty cool. Cars McQueen, sure, yeah, cool, but like.
Also, just want to say, Soul, the new Pixar movie, is coming out Disney Plus on Christmas.
Oh yeah,
side note. A lot of hype for that.
Side note.
A lot of hype for that.
Disney Plus.
Yes.
Disney Plus. You hear it right now on Christmas Day. You're gonna see Soul.
I want to see that so bad.
Soul Man,
Yeah.
Soul Man. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I'm a soul man.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun.
You can go for a while. I know. You see.
Yes. So Pixar, again, getting into the TV game. I'm assuming these shows would be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm intrigued that Pixar is going to be doing TV shows. Like I said, I would prefer if they were original ideas, though. Just because, like the dog having its own like TV, like it was a cool character, but at the same time, like enough to have its own TV show.
I'm also not surprised this is happening, though.
Yeah, neither am I. And also in other news, Disney Plus announces 4 animated movie sequel TV shows as well. So, Moana, The Princess and the Frog, The Sloth,
so Zootopia.
And from Zootopia, they're all getting their own little TV shows, spin-offs. All on Disney Plus.
Again, sadly not surprised.
Again, I'm cool with like them doing TV shows, and that'd be cool, but like have an original thought. Like you're just taking something that was successful, like Moana, Princess and the Frog, and all this stuff, and just making it into a TV show. I get it, money grabbers, but like
I'm on your. It is hard to make an original concept. I'm trying to be. It is very hard.
I agree.
It will take time. So I think what Disney's actually doing is smart, because I'm sure they have like specific like original ideas that are eventually going to come out, but they're still like in long development to try to make it right. So they're just making these spin-off ideas that'll like kind of fill in the time.
I guess, yeah.
And it's also like money, but
it is money grabbers.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so Disney Plus and Pixar, yeah, they got some TV shows that'll be hitting Disney Plus.
It's a huge Disney week.
Yeah, Disney
Disney has. They had their own like.
Thing. To be fair, because even though Marvel is its own thing, but it's owned by Disney.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Pixar, it's its own like the thing, but it's owned by Disney, and yeah, this is Disney's world, baby.
Yeah, we're all living in it.
Speaking of Disney news, Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger movie will be coming out, and it'll be starring Andy Samberg and John Mulaney. So, yeah. And this movie will be directed by, if I could say that name properly...
Where is it? Oh, Akiva Schaffer?
Yeah, Akiva Schaffer will be directing this movie.
He's the third Lonely Island, or not third, he's just one of the Lonely Islands.
Yeah, he'll be directing this movie.
It was him, Andy Samberg, and Yorma. Those are the 3 Lonely Islands. That's cool.
So...
That's really cool.
Yeah. John Mulaney, Andy Samberg, I'm guessing playing as Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
So, it's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool cool people that are attached to it.
Yeah, and they're hanging out with Disney now, so they're doing some Disney stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, more Disney news. And speaking of Disney, well, this is Pixar, but still, Disney.
Yeah, part
of Disney. The Lightyear movie starring Chris Evans will be set for a release date for summer of 2022. So looks like Buzz Lightyear is going to be played now by Chris Evans. Kind of take a moment to digest that. Yep.
Yeah, not bad. Nothing on Chris Evans at all, but I mean, growing up with Buzz Lightyear as Tim Allen,
it's hard to. Those are big shoes to fill. Real big shoes.
I'm kind of sad, but
yeah. So yeah, Pixar has announced that the Toy Stories will be a prequel. Yeah, prequel that will tell the story about the human astronaut who inspired the creation of Buzz Lightyear. It's actually not bad. Like, that's still kind of a spin-off with Toy Story, but like kind of an original idea. And all right, well,
yeah, that's exciting, though.
Yeah. Again, I guess technically this is a different character, so Chris Evans voicing like Buzz Lightyear, but not exactly Buzz Lightyear, if that makes sense.
I mean, isn't it?
So it's based off the character of what created Buzz Lightyear. So that's what it is. So the toy that create like in that universe, the person who was icon of.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know how to just.
No, but he plays Buzz Lightyear. It says.
Like, yes, it is, but it's like the real life version of Buzz Lightyear. So basically,
it says on.
I understand. So it's a prequel that will tell the story of the human astronaut who inspired the creation of Buzz Lightyear the toy.
Oh, that's okay. Oh,
so,
and his name was okay. I see.
Yeah, his name was Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But it's not like the Buzz Lightyear toy.
No,
it's the
person.
story of.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
I've said interesting like 5 times. Yeah, that's kind of cool. We'll see what happens.
I know.
A little bit.
Well, yeah, again, we still got some time, but like,
yeah.
But like, I like this, but at the same time,
we'll
like,
see.
We'll see. We'll
see. Very skeptical, but
yeah.
If it's in the Toy Story universe, don't disappoint me. They've been good 4 straight times.
They have been good 4 straight times. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so the next piece of news that we have. So,
House of Dragons.
Game of Thrones prequel, House of Dragons. They have casted some big name people. Matt Smith, who was Doctor Who, one of the Doctor Who's. I'm sorry, there's been multiple people who played Doctor Who, but he was one of the guys who did it for quite some time. Like I forgot how many years he was Doctor Who, and his character as Doctor Who was very well praised. So he will be in the House of Dragons, as well as Olivia Cook, if I'm saying her last name right.
Yeah.
Yep, Cook. So she was the girl from Ready Player One, the redhead with the little birthmark on her eye, and she thought she was ugly. It's just like, get the hell out of here. You're beautiful. Don't give me this like you have a birthmark on your eye and like, oh, I'm ugly. No, you're goddamn beautiful. Don't give me this shit. Don't give me that. No. Insecurity.
I agree.
Like, she was gorgeous. Like, what the hell? Like, it's like, no, you don't know who you're dealing with behind. Like, no, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
You're right.
And then Emma Darcy is the other person who was just casted it for House of Dragons as well. So some big name people casted as House of Dragons. It will start filming next month, and hopefully they'll be ready by the end of 2021. Hopefully, so
yeah,
that's my hope. Some good news. Game of Thrones really disappointed me. So
for your. Specifically the last season.
Oh, yeah, the last season really disappointed me. We could get into it, but at the same time, do we want to get into it?
All right, Steve-O.
And then the last
piece of news.
Last piece of news. So, directors have been demanding a meeting with Warner Brothers over the 2021 streaming plans. So last week we talked about the big streaming plans that HBO Max signed with Warner Brothers to be releasing the movies on HBO Max free for 1 month. And then after the 1 month, it comes off HBO Max and it goes to video on demand. And so you have to pay for it after that. So the directors, some of the directors, the director from Dune and the director for Guardians of the Galaxy, they both. So it's a couple of like some of the big namers who are really upset, but others.
James Gunn and Denis Villeneuve to be exact.
So
they're. I think I pronounced his name right.
Yes, I was not going to even try. I wasn't even going to try personally.
Yeah.
But there are other directors who are upset by this streaming deal. They were upset they were never discussed with it. They were upset about the whole deal itself.
All right. What are your thoughts of this whole thing?
Again. I'm still sticking with what I said last week. I like the deal personally because, like I said, keep delaying the movie, you're losing money on it. Because, unfortunately, things are not going to go back to normal for a while. Like, we're not going to have big crowds of people for a while. So you made this movie and then you're just sitting on it. And you're just sitting on it. And you're just sitting on it. So you're losing money by not releasing it. I think it's smart of what Warner Brothers did. But at the same time, I could understand how the directors are feeling. I get it. Like, it's all this work that you put into for this big time movie on the big screen. And not just that, but you want it to make the most money possible. But unfortunately, right now, we're not, like, again, due to the circumstances. So what do you think? Is it more wise just to keep delaying your work? Or is it more wise to get the work out there in some form? So, like, I understand why they're upset, but at the same time, I'm going to stick with what I think. I think it was a good deal. Maybe should Warner Brothers handle it a little differently? Yes. But I still stick with what I said last week. What do you think?
Okay. We talked about it last week, and I for the most part, I'm on your side, which I agree. But I can't believe I didn't even think about this when we were talking about last week of how the directors would want, because it's they made this movie, like they created this movie. What Warner Brothers, then again, we have no idea what they did. Maybe they did meet with some of the directors. This is just coming from the assumption that they never did, and then just like kind of met with it was with HBO MAX,
yes,
right? And they like talked a deal, and it happened. What they should have done is gone to all the movies that are slated in 2021, go to each, like have a meeting for each of them with the directors, producers, and talk and be like, okay, we don't know with COVID going on, we don't know when theaters are going to be big again. It will happen.
It will, but
people are going to want to go to the movie theater, but we obviously have to wait and see what happens with how COVID's going. We think that in our best interest to make the most money instead of continuously pushing everything back is to be with a streaming service like HBO Max. Since we like want your opinion because you're the one who created this movie, like all right, that's it. So like, they should go. I'm trying to like pretend I was in the meeting.
Right, you were trying to. I get it. You were.
There's a lot of things in my.
And then you were there.
There's a lot of things in my head going on there, but it's a hard choice. Like, studios had great idea.
Yeah.
But if I was a director like James Gunn and I made a movie that is so good in theaters, like I made it with the audio that's supposed to make it its best experience in a movie theater with the big screen and the picture's phenomenal, and you're like, all right, I want to see this in the theater, I want to see what I created and see what the audience would react to, and all of a sudden I see this where not even talked to or explained, saying it's going to streaming services, like what the hell? Like, I made this movie, this is my project, I wrote the movie,
right?
Specifically in his, like, I wrote and directed this movie to be in a theater, and yeah, maybe it's the studio's right to, get the most bang for their buck, but I want to have what I created to explain to everyone in a theater experience.
Right.
So, I'm back and forth. That's my...
Again,
I can't decide.
Again, I agree with it. Again, I would rather see those movies in theaters. I agree on that. But at the same time, like, you, as more on the business side, you are losing money by not putting it out there. You are, because you put so much money into this movie, and you're not getting a return.
But
like, in the return you're talking about is down the road. Like that is losing money.
Yeah, but it's all of 2021. So what if there are movies slated for November, but we have a vaccine even earlier that theaters are starting to bump up, but you already have it on the streaming services? But
like I said, even when the vaccine comes out, you're still not going to see big crowds.
Yeah, but but you still have kind of that excuse of like, yeah, but now there's not really an excuse. I shouldn't say there's
right,
not really
but
an excuse,
I'm sorry, but like, yes, vaccines coming out, but still, even when again, you're not going to see big crowds in theaters, concerts, whatever. Like, you're not going to see that until, in my opinion, 2022. So what are you going to do? Delay for 2 years?
If I was a director, depending on my work, if I was a director, I would want to see it in theaters regardless of it. If, like, you kind of want to have those, like...
I get that, but at the same time, you're not getting paid either. Like, for your work.
I'd be willing, like, depending on the. I mean, if I was like a James Gunn who's made like who's gonna make another Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't really give a crap about like that much.
It's still your livelihood at the same time. Like, I get it is your work, but at the same time, it's your livelihood too. It's coming at both ends here.
No, I understand that, but like he's already like I'm always going straight to him because he's making a freaking Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So why does he have to care so much of if it comes to streaming services or not for Suicide Squad? Why would he care? But he does. He said that he was frustrated.
He does, yeah, and he is frustrated, and he has the right to be, 100%. But at the same time, again, also speaking as a fan, I would rather see it come out on a streaming service than waiting 2 years to see it if it's already ready to go. That I'm talking as a fan. Because like I would rather see it and then wait 2 years to then see it. I would rather if you have it done, ready to go, ready to distribute technically, what's the holdup? Like I get it because of the theater, but like
I, as a fan, I want it. Like I'm agreeing with you that way, but I'm trying to get in the point of view of as a director.
Again, and I see their points. I do. I am viewing their points.
Imagine you made imagine you made your first time ever making this movie that's like you think it's going to be amazing, and you made it for a theatrical experience,
right.
And you will get the most bang out of your buck in a theater. Would you continue pushing it back, or would you do a streaming services?
Again,
your first one.
Because of the circumstances.
Okay.
Even like, if I was a first-time director, and I was like, this is... But because of the circumstances.
So you're okay with it going to streaming services that you made this movie?
Because of the circumstances. Okay. Like, I'm not saying like future, like this should be...
No, I understand.
I'm saying because of what's going on right now. Like,
so
I would rather I would rather get my work out there so people could see than me holding on to it. Even though, like, again, that's just me though. Like, I would want my work to be seen. Because I worked so hard on it. You're right. It'd be nice to make the big buck. Be in the theater. It's not even the big buck.
It's also just like the reason why you make the movie.
But the better experience to see this movie. But I'd rather get my work out there. Like, that's what would be me. I would rather, like, I want people to see my work. Because I work so hard on this project. I want people to see how hard I work. I want them to see it. I don't want it to just be like, whoa, let's wait. No. I would want people to see it.
So you wouldn't also like do the Tenet route where Nolan said, "Fuck that! I'm just going to do it in theaters."
Again, depending on the area, these movies are still coming out to theaters.
No, I know.
So again, you're right. Not everyone's going to have access to go see it in theaters. Like we won't because Chicago, all movie theaters are shut down again.
Yeah, I know.
So we won't be able to see Wonder Woman in theaters, even though it's coming out on HBO Max.
No, I think it. Are they specifically? I know we had that 30-day thing in Chicago, but it's running out.
All movie theaters will be shut down on Christmas Day.
Okay. Yeah.
So so unfortunately for us, we won't be able to see it in theaters. Even though I would want to go see, I would genuinely go to a goddamn movie theater and go see it.
Yeah, but then I'm not seeing it in theaters either. That's sad.
But we can't because we don't have access because the movie theaters are shut down. But in areas where the movie theaters are open. They're gonna be there. So like if you're in a good area where movie theaters are open and your COVID cases are low, perfect. Go to the theater and go see it. And I envy you.
I was thinking to myself like giving you going back to the like if I was a director or whatever and I made this movie for the first time, what would I do? And like it's easier saying it from right now where I'm at. Like, of course I would wait. Like, it's just me saying, like, I want to make it out in the theaters. But if I actually had one right now and it's my first time, like, no, I want people to see what I have.
Exactly.
Like, I don't need to edit it anymore. I don't want this just sitting, like, on this pile and being like, I'm so proud of this work.
Because also, the more times you're holding on to it and not putting it out there, the more second guesses you're going to guess on yourself. Because you're going to think, like, can I make this a little better? Can I edit this a little more? But you can. But I'm saying you will think that because it's just sitting there and you're going to, like, not second guess yourself, I'm saying, but you're going to think of ways to improve it more. But at the same time, it might be already as best as you can. And you keep tweaking it will maybe make it work. Like, again.
I don't know. I feel like if you make your work, you have that one direction and you have it, like, what you wrote on the script and it's there. So there's a lot. I think there's more of not as second guessing as you would think.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Again, maybe not you, but maybe someone on the project team.
Yeah, maybe like the
And
producers
then,
or something.
yeah, stuff like that.
Directed.
So maybe not you, the director specifically, but maybe someone on the producing team. Maybe. So I would just say it depends, but
yeah, I don't know. It's very shitty, and I want this whole thing to be like a way. I want us to just like go back to not having a pandemic.
Yeah,
things were so much better.
But here we are, and
we gotta live with the restrictions. I know.
Exactly. So. But at the end of the day, like I said, I still stick with my opinion from last week.
No, I know. I keep going back and forth. I don't really. If I had to choose, yours is more right, and I'm on your side. But I just feel bad for these directors.
I do, and to be fair, they have a right to be upset, and I get why they're upset. And I think maybe they should have been more involved in the decision making.
Yeah, maybe they should talk. Maybe they were, and we have no idea.
Maybe they were, and we don't know. You're right. Maybe they were, and we don't know. But like, maybe they should have had more of a say.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am still happy with this decision. And again, it's only for 1 year, so it's only for 2021. They Warner Brothers just said the deal's only set for 2021. That's all it is. Like, there is no deal for 2022. Because we don't know where we're going to be in 2022. So because we know what to expect from 2021, because we know, yes, the vaccine's out, but it's going to take a while for things to be distributed. So they know, like, there's not going to be big crowds anytime soon.
Do you want to hear good news?
Let's hear it.
There's only 18 days until 2020 is over.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's a little over 2 weeks.
Perfect.
But yeah, I agree. It's tough decisions here because of all the circumstances.
Yeah. So, anything else to add after that?
Nope.
That's all I got.
Yep. That'll be this episode ending of number 39. I did it again. We're on episode 39.
I'm glad you could count. You're an accountant, so that's good.
Yeah. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella. He has beautiful pictures. You should check it out.
So beautiful.
They're so beautiful. On Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page, at Kibbles312 and at Steven Centrella.
Yes.
Our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk, and our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk, where like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you want to hear. It's coming up to Christmas, man.
I know.
Almost at Christmas. Crazy.
Almost Christmas.
Crazy. And remember to listen to us every Tuesday on streaming services like Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Breaker. And that'll conclude this episode. Thank you.
Thank you.